All right, guys, so just to finish it off, we're getting pretty close to time here, but we've covered a lot, but we've also missed a lot. What are some of the really big plays you guys want to throw out first look looking at after the draft? Who's going to be a
Okay.
really great value to look at here?
I'll start. I'll start. I think we might see overs, or at least team total overs, with the Ravens. I think that the Ravens added, good weapons on offense, and of course they have Flacco, anchoring it all. And I don't like to bet on teams that have good offenses with a marquee quarterback like Winston or Mariota. But I love teams that have an experienced quarterback who knows what he's doing, and they add at the skill positions dynamic young players, and that's what the Ravens did. So, I don't know how their defense will hold up, but I definitely look at overs with the Ravens and team total overs with the Ravens, at least for the first half of the year.
Yeah, I do like the Ravens in general. They always come out with good drafts. I mean, it's been proven under John Harbaugh that they're going to be competitive every year. I just think that division is tough.
I'm not talking about winning games. I'm talking about overs and team total overs with the Ravens.
Oh, okay, sorry. I thought you meant because it's over 9 wins.
Yeah, no. Just overs and team total overs.
Yeah, I think their defense has proven to be a bit of a question mark, especially at home. That offense seems to play much better. I would agree with that.
I think the Ravens, they're a team that Dave hit. They always draft well. They're a team that I've always, you never look at their draft and like, oh, they lost this draft. I don't think the Ravens have ever lost a draft. They always at least draft solidly. So I think their defense may be a little better than you guys are projecting, but yeah, I think if the sportsbooks are undervaluing those totals, then yeah, absolutely. I'm not sure what the week 1 lines are or anything like that. I was going to say, I thought we were talking about season win totals. I think the Jaguars are a team you have to absolutely look at as an over potential for their season win totals. A lot of chalk at minus 170, 5.5 wins though. But I mean, this team has been improving every year. If they can get it done on offense, their defense is at the point to where I would trust it enough to stop a lot of teams. So I think the Jaguars over 5.5 wins could potentially be a really good value. I also really like their draft this year too. So.
Plus 2 wins probably from the Titans, or maybe a split with the Titans. They could probably beat the Texans at least once. Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. There's 3 right there. So I mean, all you got to do is win 3 more games. I think that's very possible for Jacksonville.
I've actually got a lot. I don't know where to start and end, but Cardinals. I like Cardinals over 8.5. I think 8.5 is low, plus 130, good value. Falcons over 8. Bills under 8.5. I think Panthers under 8.5 is on the low. That's a really good bet. I don't think we've talked about that enough. But to me, the Panthers were a team last year that took advantage of everybody struggling in the division. If Atlanta and New Orleans doesn't have a meltdown and Tampa Bay isn't a complete piece of trash, then I don't think the Panthers are doing much. They didn't even get over 8.5 last year. I don't think they've done anything in the offseason to really get much better. So I like that. And I'll throw this one out because I think we got to talk about this team. We haven't talked about them at all. Eagles under 9.5. I want to know what you guys thought about this Eagles draft, because remember, we heard all sorts of nonsense. They're going to get Mariota. They're going to trade their veterans. They might. Who knows what the hell they're going to do? They might get flipped on, upside down. They end up just kind of standing pat throughout the whole draft. I'll tell you why I like the under. I think this team is sort of a big shit mix now. Chip Kelly ends up with players that he didn't really want to end up with. I don't think he really wanted DeMarco Murray. I don't think he really wanted Ryan Matthews. He's got Sam Bradford as his quarterback now. Whatever, I don't care what he says. I don't think anybody really wanted Sam Bradford to be their quarterback. Not even CFL teams wanted Sam Bradford to be their quarterback this year. And then beyond that, you got the Eagles, who are a veteran team, and Chip Kelly, this know-it-all coach. I think he could potentially lose this team. He tried to trade Fletcher Cox, didn't do it. Tried to trade Michael Kendricks. Pissed off LaShawn McCoy. You heard his sentiment as to how he felt as a veteran and playing under Chip Kelly. And you look at the schedule: at Atlanta, home to Dallas, at the Jets, at Washington. I mean, if they blow the Washington game, blow the Jets game, I don't think those will be easy by any stretch. But this team, if they start off 1-3, I think Chip Kelly is one guy who could potentially lose the locker room. I hate Chip Kelly. I think this team is a mess. And not only will I be betting on the under logically, it's an emotional thing for me now. I would really like to see them fail.
All right, guys, any final comments? We didn't touch on everybody, but of course we will be covering this all up until the season. Lines are going to be changing. I'm sure we'll be back all together for another Google Hangout before the big kickoff in September. So, guys, do you have any final comments? Anything we didn't mention?
Houston Texans had a great draft, didn't they?
They did. And what about the Washington Redskins, too? Wow, we haven't even touched on that. They had a really good draft, I thought. Scott McCloughan, it was his first draft with this team, and he picked up some great players. He picked up Brandon Scherf, who I think is the best offensive lineman in the draft. Do you guys think that they'll be able to go over 6 wins this season?
Another big wild card, but yeah, I would lean towards the over on them.
I would like to see the Redskins succeed. I just don't think it will happen. I just think the environment on that team is pretty bad right now. This is a team that lost 7 of their last 8 games, and I'm not entirely sure what to make of the whole Robert Griffin III situation and Jay Gruden. It looks like, they don't want him there. Just like Subway booted RG3 out of their commercials. I don't think the Redskins want him there. And now you got this bizarre situation where the coach doesn't want to play him, but the owner's forcing him to play him. And I just don't know if that's conducive to winning. And they got to get to 7 wins there.
Thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate it for all of you who joined in. Let us know what you think about the draft. Any questions you've got for us, any kind of plays that you want to see or predictions you want to see from us up towards the season. Let us know. Comment below this video. Hit us up on Twitter at SBR Sports Picks. We give out picks daily on Twitter. And thanks for joining us, guys. Jordan already peaced out, so I guess we can call this goodbye.
Hey, guys.
Yeah.